Hi, and welcome to BremSter Puzzles, a channel where I try and showcase the fun that can be had exploring the world of variant Sudoku. And with this one, a little bit more exploration is going to be needed. I expect this puzzle is going to make a lot of people very angry and be widely regarded as a bad move. That's kind of a quote. This is Constantly Quads by Frapp. Is it Pi Day yet? No, not yet. And this is a puzzle which is a quadruples puzzle that is using mathematical constants as their clues. I think this is awesome. I wouldn't want this to become a norm. I wouldn't want this to be something that happens all the time, but as a one-off casual thing, I like when people come up with an idea and say, I wonder if I could do this, and then do. And I just find it really, really fun. Now, in this puzzle, you may need to do some looking up of stuff because you'll need to look up what the constraints are. It's possible I'll provide them in the description below. I probably will, maybe, we'll see. But let's have a look at the way this puzzle works. Now, a lot of people I expect are just going to go, how could you do this? This is not the way these constraints work. There's a big concept in the puzzle world, which is a thing called ARGs, where in order to proceed through a puzzle, you need to find the information needed to unlock the next puzzle and then do this. This is just a little bit of that. I got what I needed for this in, I think it was 45 seconds of Googling. So yeah. And I also then read up on the articles and learned some new stuff. So it was fun. Let's have a look at the rules of Constantly Quads by Frapp. Normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. Quadruples. Digits in a quadruple circle must be placed at least once in the 4 cells touching that circle. So whatever digits appear in this quadruple circle must be placed at least once in those 4 cells. Whatever digits appear in this quadruple circle must be placed at least once in those. Now, bear in mind, this square root 3, this does not the digit that is meant, but we'll get to that in a minute. Truncated constants. Pi, which is the pi symbol, which is this one. Unfortunately, the rendering font for Sudoku Pad is not perfect for these. Euler's number, which is an E. The golden ratio, which is this symbol, the one in the center of that. Theodorus's constant, which is the square root of 3, and the reciprocal Fibonacci constant, which is the trident symbol. So they're the constants. All the digits of the constants must be truncated to 2 decimal places, must appear in the all the digits of the constants truncated to 2 decimal places must appear in the relative quadruple in any order. So what does this mean? So for example, E is 2718. So this is 2718 and then more digits, but it's truncated to 271. It's not rounded to 272. So this E can be read as 271. And the other ones, I'll let you look up for yourself. Yeah, interesting little puzzle. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. Now, many people do not actually start watching my solve. For those who do, I'm going to throw the digits up on the screen, probably there maybe, and so you can follow through. I've made a little display of the digits that I can use to be able to do it in advance. As I said, I'll probably also throw them in the description below. Hopefully people will take this in the spirit of which it's intended, which is a bit of fun, and look them up. Literally, I didn't even have to leave Google to get these numbers. So what are the constraints? Pi will round to 314. So there's a 1, a 3, and a 4 in this. The Euler's number, which is E, is 271. So there's a 1, a 2, and a 7 in here. The golden ratio, which is this one, is 161. So there's 2 1s and a 6 in here. Theodorus's constant, the square root of 3, is 173. So there is a 1, a 7, or 1, a 3, and a 7 in here. And the Fibonacci constant, this one, is 335. So there are 2 3s and a 5 in here. Okay, so let's have a look and see what we can do. I'm actually going to pencil mark, which I normally don't do around quadruples because I need them. 1, 3, and 4 must be around here. This one is 173, so the 1 and the 3 can only appear in here, which means the 4 must be in here and the 7 must be in here, and that's those ones done. Okay, this is 134. That one is good. This one, which is the... this must have 2 3s around it. So I must put a 3 in each box. So there's 3s in there and 3s in there. So there's no 3s here now. And then it must have 5 somewhere. Not sure about that one. This one, and I'll keep coming back to them at some point to figure out how I'm going to resolve this. This one is the... Oh, no. Yeah, yes, this one is the reciprocal Fibonacci. Oh, no, I got this one wrong. This one wasn't 335. So let's undo all of this. And as I said, bit of fun, take it in the spirit which it's intended. This one is the golden ratio. So it's 161. So there's a 1 in each of these. There's no 1 here, and I must put a 6 in one of these. Okay, great. Now this one must have 2 3s. So there's no 3 here. There is 3 here, there is 3 here, and this one is 335, and I can't see what to do with the 5. This one is also, this is the same, this is 335, so there must be a 3 in one of those two. So that's the 3, that's not the 3, that's the 3. There's now a 3 here, and there's a 5 in one of those two. Not sure how to deal with that one, but this is 2, 7, and 1. So this is 1, 2, 7. This one is 1, 2, 7. So the 1 is in here, but the 1, 3 is looking down saying not here. This is the 1, and I have to put 2 and 7 into those. Square root of 3 is 173. So this is just a 173 triple. The 1 is looking down saying not there. Oh, the 3 is looking down saying that's the 7, and this is a 1, 3. Okay. This is the golden ratio, which is 161. So these have to be 1 and 6. And this one is done. This is pi, which is 314. Well, there's lots of places I can see that there has to be a 4 down here, which means around this pi, there has to be a 4 in one of those two. There must be a 1 around this for 314, and there must be a 1 around this for 173. So the 1 is in one of those two, taking 1 out of those two. I should be doing more Sudoku, shouldn't I? This is going to be tricky. So this contains 173. And this contains 314. 314, 173. This is the 4. This is the 1, 3. Which means I can remove those. Wait, this is the 4. This is the, because of the 4 looking across, taking it out of those. This is the 1, 3, which is shared between both of them. And this needs a 7, which is looking up. Okay. Now 3 is in one of those two. So golden ratio was 161. I'm not seeing how to use that yet. 1s and 3s seem to be the most restricted. This one. This isn't the 1. This is the 1. And there's a 2 and a 7 around here. This conglomeration of clues is probably going to be the hardest one to do. These are 335. There's a 5 in one of those two. These are 335. There's a 5 in one of... If that's a 5, I couldn't put... If this was a 5, I couldn't put a 5 around this because this sees both of those cells. So this can't be the 5 around this clue. This is the 5 around this clue. So this is the 1. This is the 1. This is not the 1. This is the 4. That was beautiful, by the way. Golden ratio needs a 6. I need to put a 5 around here now, and it's not here. So this is the 5. This has got its 335. This has got its 161. This has got its 134, and this has got its 335. Okay. This has got its 137. This has got its 134. I need to put a 4 in one of those two. Apart from that, this is done and this is done. The E will get its 27. So the only thing I haven't done is the 4 down here. So this wasn't too brutal so far. 3 and 3 means this is a 3, which means this is a 1 and this is a 3, which looks across making this the 1, this the 3, which means this is the 6 and this is the 1. Excellent. This 1, of course, looks across making this the 3 and this the 1. And I need to put a 4 around this pi. That's the 4. Every pi needs 4, every 4 needs pi. I don't know. And now 4 can't go in those digits. That's the 4. I think I've done all the clues now. Including my pencil marks, I've done all the clues now. 7 is looking up, taking 7 out of those. So that's the 7. I need to put a 2 in here, which means 2 is down here, but that 2 says not there. So this is the 2 is in one of those. So 2, 5, 6, and 8. Well, 4 is in one of those. I'm not sure. So yeah, the 3 is looking across saying this isn't the 3, this is the 3. Have I done all the 3s? I've done all the 3s. By the way, what when I'm looking up there at the moment, that's the reference where I've got it, which you will have. Sorry, hopefully there. I may end up finding a better place for it, but I'll put that in editing. 1, 3, 4. 2 is in one of those. I need to put 6 in one of those two. This 4 is looking across saying that's not the 4, that's the 4. 6 is in one of those two, so 6 is in one of these two. I've enjoyed this. It hasn't been a brutally hard puzzle, but it's been fun. And isn't that what we're looking for? 4 and 4 says 4 is not in any of those. 4 is looking up, so this is a 4, which puts 4 here by Sudoku. 4 is not in any of those or that, so 4 is in one of those two, and this is now a 2-4 pair because I can't put 4 in any of those. 2 has to be around the E, and I can't put 4 in any of those. This is a 2-4 pair. Okay, so this triple maybe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. There's no 5 there. That actually may not have helped me at all. How long does it take me to keep missing given digits? There's something about given digits. Then again, I miss other non-given digits as well. So this is a pair. 8 and 9. And the 9 makes this the 8 and this the 9. So this is a triple, 5, 6, and 8. So the 6 is looking down, making this the 6, and this is a 5, 8. These are 5, 8, and 9, and that can't be a 9. So where's 9 in this row? It must be there. This is a triple, 2, 5, and 8. There's no 5 there. So this is 2, 5, or 8. Yeah, that's not the big thing I think it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is an 8 or a 9, and the 9 is looking down, making that the 8. Where's the 9 in this box? The 9 is there, and this is a 2, 7 pair. There you go. Reducing pencil marks down to something. So this column is almost completely done. It doesn't have a 5, so that becomes a 5. And these digits are 2 and 7, and the 2 is looking across, making that the 7 and that the 2. This row is missing 6, 8, and 9. So this is 8 or 9 only because of pencil mark 6s or even place 6, and this is 6, 8, or 9, and I'm not seeing how to resolve it yet. There's 2, 5, 8. So 6 is in one of those two, but that's not. So what's this? This triple. It's 5, 7, and 8. This can't be a 7. and that can't be a 5. 5 is in one of those. Well, 5 is in one of those two because of the 5 looking across. Nine is not in any of those. Triple in the top row. 6, 7, and 9. So this is only 6 or 7. This is only 6 or 9. And this is 7 or 9. It doesn't seem to be helping me. Is it a given digit I've missed? Maybe. Nope. There's a 5-8 pair in column 1. So that's not an 8, but more importantly, the 2, 5, 8 in this row now can't have a 5, 8 there because it would break those cells. That's the 2. So this is the 8, this is the 5, this is the 2. So this isn't the 2, this is 5, this is 5, 6, 8, but it can't be 5 or 8. So this is the 6, this is a 5, 8. The 6 looks up making that the 9, which makes that the 7, which means this isn't the 7. The 7 looks across making this the 6, which makes this the 9, which looks down making that the 8, which means that is the 7. The 8 makes this the 6, looking down saying this isn't the 6. Excellent. I like that 5-8 pair, by the way. I thought that was very, very nicely handled. 2 and 6. Okay. These are 7 and 8, and there's an 8. So that means that's the 7 and that's the 8. This 7, of course, looks back, making that the 2 and that the 7. The 2 looks across, making that the 6 and that the 2. So these are 4, 5, and 9. Well, we know by pencil mark there's no 4 there, by pencil mark there's no 5 there, and there's no 9 there. So we can remove all the pencil marks and just leave ourselves with an unresolved triple. But I'm about to resolve it by using 8 to make that 5, which then makes that 9, which leaves that only as 4, which leaves that only as 5. The 4 looks across, making that the 2 and that the 4. So this must include an 8 now. In fact, by Sudoku, that must be the 8, which looks up, leaving that is the 5, that is the 8, looking down, making that the 5, and that the 8, looking across, making that the 5, and that the 8. And the final 2 digits I need to put in are 6 and 9. It's amazing how often that happens, but leaving that as the 6, that is the 9, and that is the correct solution to the puzzle. Nice, easy one today, but I still think it's going to make a lot of people very angry. Did this puzzle make you angry? And if so, why? Is it just because not all of the information was given in the puzzle and you had to look some stuff up? Is it you object to reading? I am actively curious if this puzzle made you angry, or if you could take it as the bit of fun that was intended. I know Frapp was quite nervous about putting this puzzle out. And I'm very, very glad to have this puzzle on my channel. I think this is the good sort of fun. There is a lot of jokes that are put out as in many different forms, puzzles included, that I do not think are fun because they make the person that are interacting with the media feel bad. This is not one of those. This is in order to start, look something up. Not I am expecting people, like, these weren't something that if you didn't have the knowledge already, you wouldn't be able to solve the puzzle. The research for this, as I said, took me only a few seconds. And it wasn't something like, I remember, I think it was for April Fool's Day last year, being sent a fog puzzle. And while I was recording it, partway through, there was a joke in the puzzle that basically turned around and said, ha ha ha, I've been lying to you. You need to undo back to a certain point. And I just stopped recording and deleted the video because that I don't find funny. That is pulling a joke on someone to make them feel like what they've done was wasted. This puzzle doesn't do that. It doesn't make me feel like anything I did was wasted. In fact, while I was doing some reading, I learned something. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you had fun with this puzzle. I know not everyone will, but I really hope you did. And thank you, Frappy, from the bottom of my heart for sending this one in. I'm really glad I got this one. Thanks everyone for watching, and as always, good luck with your solving.